Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we distill just a vast sea of information into those surprising, insightful, and frankly, indispensable nuggets you need to be truly well informed. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something incredibly practical, something that touches almost every aspect of your life, no matter where you are in the English-speaking world. Mastering your money matters. Picture this. You've just arrived in a new country. Or maybe you're simply trying to navigate the financial system in English, your non-native language. You walk into a bank, eager to open an account, and the representative starts explaining options, rattling off terms like APY, waived with direct deposit, minimum balance, overdraft protection, or even fixed deposit interest rates. You're nodding, you're smiling, you're doing your absolute best to look engaged and like you understand, but inside, a knot forms in your stomach. You're completely lost. You might sign papers you don't fully understand, only to discover hidden fees later, or realize you agreed to terms that don't quite suit your needs. Or perhaps, even more frustratingly, your debit card gets declined at the grocery store. When you call customer service, you struggle to properly explain the suspicious activity flag to them. They keep your card blocked for security reasons. Now you're stuck, feeling vulnerable, with no immediate access to your own money. Sound familiar? That moment of financial helplessness, born purely out of a language barrier, is a feeling, many have experienced.
It's a really common and genuinely debilitating scenario. What's striking here is how quickly something as fundamental as managing your money can transform from just a routine task into a source of immense stress and even significant financial vulnerability simply because of a language barrier. It's not merely about knowing individual words in isolation. It's about the comprehensive ability to express your financial needs, understand critical terms, and ask the right questions to gain full control over your economic destiny and access your own financial freedom.
Exactly. And that's precisely why today we're taking this deep dive. Our mission is clear: to unpack the essential language, crucial scenarios, and confident communication strategies that will transform financial confusion into absolute clarity and empowerment. No more relying on cash, no more avoiding banks, no more signing documents with a whispered prayer. We're talking about tangible tools for financial confidence.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, financial literacy, profoundly coupled with the ability to articulate and understand financial concepts in English, truly forms a cornerstone of modern independence. Whether you find yourself in the bustling financial districts of London, the vibrant banking landscape of Sydney, the diverse markets of Toronto, or the fast-paced environment of New York, the ability to competently navigate your finances is absolutely key. This raises an important question, doesn't it? How can we bridge that pervasive gap from feeling lost and powerless to feeling completely in control of your financial life, especially when the language itself feels like a barrier?
And the really good news is we have an incredible roadmap for you today, something that provides a surprising shortcut. Our insights come directly from a specialized learning resource, one designed specifically to make English banking conversations feel natural, confident, and genuinely real. We're talking about a practical, scenario-based approach that you can put into action immediately, transforming that anxiety into assurance. Okay, let's unpack this core problem then, because it goes far beyond just not knowing a few isolated words. The source material makes it incredibly clear that this isn't merely about sounding polite or, sidestepping an awkward moment at the teller's window. This is about fundamental, uncompromised control over your own finances. Think about it. When you can't truly grasp terms like minimum balance requirement, overdraft fees, transaction limits, or the difference between APR and APY, you could unknowingly be agreeing to terms that drain your account with hidden charges, or perhaps signing up for services that don't align with your financial goals. You might miss opportunities for better interest rates on your savings, or even worse, find yourself trapped in a product you can't easily exit. The inability to ask clarifying questions about a, say, suspicious activity flag on your card could leave you cashless and vulnerable in a foreign city. These aren't minor inconveniences. They are significant impediments to your financial well-being and freedom.
Indeed, and this raises an important question. What are the concrete, real-world consequences beyond just a fleeting moment of awkwardness or embarrassment? It could manifest as paying unnecessary fees every single month, potentially dozens or hundreds of dollars a year that could otherwise be saved or invested. It might mean having your card blocked at a crucial moment, or in more severe cases, feeling completely stuck with limited or no access to your own money because you simply cannot articulate the problem to your bank's customer service. The stakes here are incredibly high. The inability to ask the right specific questions also means you miss significant opportunities to grow your wealth, like understanding more advantageous savings rates, exploring different types of investment vehicles, or securing better terms on loans. It genuinely impacts your financial trajectory.
But here's the absolute aha moment, the truly surprising nugget that the source provides, and frankly, what banks often don't explicitly tell you. Despite the seemingly endless jargon, the dizzying array of complex financial products, and the perception of banking as an intricate maze, most essential banking English actually revolves around the same approximately 90 core phrases used repeatedly across almost all interactions.
90 phrases, really?
About 90, yeah. Think about that for a second. It's not about memorizing 1,000 obscure terms. It's about recognizing the finite, high-frequency language that underpins nearly every conversation you'll have. Once you master these approximately 90 core phrases, it's like cracking a universal code. Suddenly, every bank visit becomes understandable. Every financial conversation becomes confident. Every money decision feels informed, deliberate, and genuinely stress-free.
What's truly fascinating here is the identification of this pervasive yet often overlooked linguistic pattern. It's not about memorizing an entire financial dictionary or becoming like a certified economist overnight. It's about recognizing the strategic value of high frequency language that underpins almost all financial interactions. This insight transforms the daunting task of learning banking English from an overwhelming, seemingly insurmountable mountain into a highly manageable, strategic, and achievable goal. It provides a clear, actionable pathway to practical financial literacy in English, making the entire process feel far simpler and more accessible, as the source eloquently puts it. This efficiency comes from the procedural nature of banking itself. Many interactions follow a predictable script, right? Making the language equally predictable.
Yeah, exactly. Predictable patterns. So, what does this all mean for you, our listener? How do you actually get your hands on these 90 phrases and make them your own? Well, the source offers a really structured, incredibly effective way to build this essential banking voice and truly own these crucial linguistic tools. It's called focused shadowing practice. This isn't just about a passively listening. It's about actively engaging with the language in a way that builds muscle memory and confidence. The method involves three distinct steps. First, you listen to the natural speed version of a banking conversation or phrase. This initial step is about simply absorbing the flow, the natural rhythm, and the confident, clear tone of the speaker. You're kind of calibrating your ear. Then in the second step, you actively shadow the slower version. Here, you're not just repeating, you're meticulously matching the pronunciation, mimicking the stress patterns, replicating the professional tone, and even mirroring the pauses and intentionality of the speaker. This is where the real work happens. You're building the physical and mental pathways for these sounds and structures. Finally, you shadow the natural speed version again. But this time, you're building that fluid confidence, aiming for the same speed and naturalness. It's about building your financial English, brick by brick, phrase by phrase.
hmm What's particularly impactful about this method is how it moves beyond mere rote repetition. It's about deep assimilation. By first focusing on the overall confidence and clarity, then meticulously matching pronunciation and intonation, you're not just memorizing lines. You're internalizing the rhythm, the emotional tone, and the professional demeanor that characterize effective banking communication. This aspect is just as important as the words themselves, as it projects competence and helps ensure you're taken seriously. It's about building a genuine banking voice that resonates with authority and clarity.
And these 90 phrases are precisely chosen. They aren't dry textbook sentences. They are real-world financial conversation builders. They're carefully categorized to make them even easier to grasp and remember. Let's walk through some of these key categories and their brilliant memory tricks, delving into a few more examples for each.
Thinking about this from a broader perspective, each of these categories represents a distinct phase or type of financial interaction you will inevitably encounter. Mastering them systematically, as suggested by the source's intuitive memory tricks, provides a comprehensive and practical toolkit for achieving genuine financial independence and security in an English-speaking environment.
Okay, first up, we have opening an account. And the memory trick here is New Start. These are your foundational phrases for initiating any banking relationship, setting the stage for all future interactions. For example, your entry point is often, "I'd like to open a bank account." It's straightforward, direct, and universally understood. From there, you'll need to prepare, so you might ask, "What documents do I need to open an account?" This prompts the bank to list essentials like government ID, proof of address, or maybe a social security or tax ID number. And critically, before you commit, you absolutely need to ask, are there any monthly fees associated with this account? Or is there a minimum balance requirement to avoid fees? These questions can save you money down the line.
Absolutely essential questions.
Right. You might also ask, what types of accounts do you offer to ensure you pick the right fit? Checking for daily use, savings for growth, or even a certificate of deposit, a CD, for long-term fixed interest savings. Understanding these basic distinctions is crucial.
From a strategic standpoint, the account opening process is frequently the first and arguably most critical point of contact with a financial institution. Understanding these initial phrases ensures you set up your financial foundation correctly from day one. It's not just about getting an account, it's about getting the right account for your specific needs. Asking thoughtful questions like, can you explain the difference between a checking and a savings account? Or, do you offer online banking and mobile app access? Ensures you choose wisely and fully understand the features and obligations.
Next, we move to making transactions. With the memory trick, money moves. These are your everyday transaction tools, truly the bread and butter of banking. We're talking about phrases like, I'd like to make a deposit into my checking account, for when you're adding funds, or I need to withdraw some cash from my savings, for taking money out. To keep track of your finances, can I check my account balance or what's my current balance, are indispensable. For moving money between accounts, I need to transfer money from my savings to my checking is essential.
Basic, but you use it all the time.
Exactly. And for more complex transfers, what's the process for sending a wire transfer? Or how long will this deposit take to clear? Are crucial for managing your funds effectively. Knowing these keeps your daily financial life smooth and stress-free.
The sheer frequency with which these phrases are used underscores their importance. They are the operational language of daily banking. From clarifying, is there a transaction limit for withdrawals, to asking, can I get a receipt for this transfer? Mastering these phrases ensures seamless, informed, and secure daily money management.
Then we have ATM and card issues. And the memory trick is card problems. These are your problem-solving phrases for those potentially high-stress situations when your card isn't cooperating. Imagine needing to say, my card isn't working at the ATM, or perhaps the truly alarming, the ATM ate my card. These are direct, clear ways to get immediate help.
Oh, that's a nightmare scenario.
Right. If you've forgotten your secret code, I need to reset my PN is crucial. And the more serious scenario, I think my debit card has been lost stolen, or I need to report suspicious activity on my card, are vital for protecting your funds. You might also inquire, can I get a temporary card today? Or how long will it take for my new card to arrive? Knowing these phrases allows you to quickly address and resolve common banking problems.
These situations are often moments of elevated anxiety or even panic. The ability to calmly and clearly articulate a problem like my card is blocked and I'm traveling for work, or something's wrong with my transaction, it says declined, can significantly reduce frustration for both you and the bank staff, leading to a much faster resolution. Phrases like, what information do you need to verify my identity, are also critical in these situations to move the process along efficiently.
Moving into bigger financial goals, we have loans and credit, with the memory trick, future money. This moves us into discussions about building your financial future, whether it's for a home, education, or a personal need. For example, I'm interested in applying for a personal loan, or what are the requirements for a mortgage? Are your entry points to borrowing? To understand the cost of borrowing, what's the interest rate on this loan, is paramount.
Absolutely key.
You should also note to ask, is it a fixed or variable interest rate? And what is the annual percentage rate, or APR, to understand the total cost, including fees? For building your financial reputation, how do I build credit history is a must ask, along with how does a credit score work and what types of collateral do you require for a business loan. These phrases are about confidently navigating the path to your financial future.
These phrases are foundational for navigating major life decisions like buying a home, financing education, or starting business. Understanding terms like, what are the repayment terms? How much can I borrow based on my income? And what's the application process like? Allows you to approach these significant financial commitments with confidence and make truly informed decisions that align with your long-term goals.
Next up, savings and investments, and the memory trick here is money growth. This is all about growing your money with smart financial English. Phrases like, I want to save for the future and need advice on options, clearly state your intent. To understand how your money can work for you, how does a fixed deposit work, and what are its benefits, is key. A fixed deposit, for those unfamiliar, is essentially a lump sum of money deposited for a fixed period at a fixed interest rate. You can't touch it until the term ends, but it usually offers higher interest than a regular savings account.
Good clarification.
Yeah. And crucially, is my money safe here? Or is my deposit insured by the FDIC, referring to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation in the U.S., which insures bank accounts, addresses a primary concern for any investor, highlighting security. You might also ask, what's the current APY on your savings accounts? APY, or annual percentage yield, is vital because it shows the actual rate of return you'll earn in a year, factoring in compounding interest. This is how you differentiate between nominal rates and real growth.
Big difference, the APY.
Huge difference. Other important questions include, what other investment options do you offer for long-term growth? Or, can you explain the difference between a money market account and a high-yield savings account? You're becoming a smart, informed investor with this vocabulary.
These phrases are critical for long-term wealth accumulation and achieving financial security. It's not just about managing your money today. It's about strategically growing your assets over time. Proactive questions like, what savings options do you have that minimize taxes? Or what's the expected return on investment for this product? Demonstrate a sophisticated approach to financial planning. And clear communication here is paramount to optimizing your financial future.
For entrepreneurs and business owners, the next section is gold. Business banking with the memory trick, business money. These are professional phrases specifically for your business financial needs, ensuring you handle your company's finances with the same confidence you manage your personal ones. If you're starting up, I need to open a business checking account is your absolute first step.
Non-negotiable, really.
Right. To ensure you're getting the right support, what services do you offer for small businesses is vital, as banks often have specialized departments. For ongoing operations, can you help me set up payroll services, is a phrase you'll use regularly, referring to the process of paying employees. You might also need to inquire about merchant services for processing credit card payments, or options for business credit cards and lines of credit. Quote, for growing businesses, asking, Do you offer business loans for expansion? Or what are the requirements for a business line of credit? Becomes crucial. It's about ensuring your business finances are handled efficiently and professionally.
The specific vocabulary tailored to commercial operations is distinct and often more complex. Phrases like, I need to process international payments for suppliers, or I need to add multiple authorized users to my business account indicate the unique complexities and requirements of business finance. Understanding and correctly using these allows for efficient and professional management of a company's financial health, which directly impacts its success and longevity.
Our penultimate category is international banking, and the memory trick is global money. This is essential for confidently handling money across borders, a common need in our increasingly interconnected world. Think about saying, I need to send money overseas to a family member in country, which is a frequent requirement. Whenever you're dealing with different currencies, always ask, what's the current exchange rate today? And are there any foreign transaction fees involved in this transfer? To ensure you're getting the best deal and avoiding unexpected surprises.
Those fees can really add up.
Oh, absolutely. You might also ask, what information do I need to provide for an international wire transfer? Or how long will an international payment take to arrive? You're becoming globally connected and financially savvy with these essential phrases.
The increasing interconnectedness of global finance demands seamless cross-border transactions. This raises an important question. How can individuals and businesses move money internationally without falling prey to hidden costs, unfavorable exchange rates, or frustrating miscommunication regarding processing times or required details? Mastering phrases like, what's the SWIFT code for this bank? Or, do you offer multi-currency accounts? Is crucial for efficient, transparent, and cost-effective international money management.
And finally, we have customer service with the memory trick, get help. These are your all-purpose problem-solving phrases for any banking issue that might arise, no matter how specific or complex. When something goes wrong, knowing how to clearly ask for help is half the battle. Phrases like, I have a problem with my account and I need assistance, or can you help me understand this charge on my statement, are your initial entry points to resolution.
Just getting the ball rolling.
Exactly. If you need more in-depth support, I need to speak to a manager or a specialist about this issue. Is professional and direct. And for absolute clarity, can you explain this fee in more detail? Or, I don't understand why this transaction was declined, are essential. You might also need to inquire about, how do I dispute a charge? Or, what's the process for filing a formal complaint? These phrases empower you to advocate for yourself and ensure your concerns are addressed effectively.
This final category is utterly crucial because even with all the other phrases mastered, issues inevitably arise. The ability to articulate a problem clearly, seek specific clarification, and even navigate the process of filing a complaint professionally is a key component of financial advocacy. It allows you to assert your rights and ensure your concerns are addressed effectively, ultimately ensuring a potential problem like something's not right with my statement, there's an unfamiliar charge, doesn't become a long-term financial burden.
Amazing. You now have a strategic understanding of 90 powerful phrases designed for nearly every banking situation. From confidently opening accounts to managing international transfers and adeptly solving problems, you're becoming incredibly well prepared. The beauty of these phrases is their versatility. They work across the board, whether you're dealing with small community banks, major international corporations, local credit unions, or even online-only banks. You are now equipped to handle money matters anywhere English is spoken. That's the goal, isn't it? Real-world application. Precisely. But as we all know, knowing phrases in isolation is one thing. Truly putting them into action in fluid, real-world conversations is another. That's why the source material moves beyond vocabulary lists into real banking conversations, featuring 3 authentic scenarios that play out every single day in banks worldwide. Each one is designed to teach you a different vital aspect of banking confidence, truly demonstrating how these phrases come alive in practical, high-stakes interactions.
What's particularly valuable about these scenarios is that they are not merely hypothetical constructs. They reflect genuine interactions, meticulously crafted to allow the listener to absorb how real banking conversations sound, and crucially, to practice speaking them with confidence and natural flow. The final scenario even ingeniously makes it interactive, placing the listener directly into the conversation as the primary speaker, which is a powerful learning tool.
Okay, let's unpack this first scenario. Opening your first account. Imagine yourself walking into a bank. The objective is clear. You want to open an account. The conversation begins with the bank representative greeting you and asking, "How can I help you today?" Your confident response, guided by your source, is, "I'd like to open a bank account." Simple, direct, effective.
Straight to the point.
hmm The representative then usually asks, "Are you interested in a checking account for daily use or a savings account for longer-term goals?" This is your cue to ask for more information if you're unsure, so you confidently ask, "What's the difference between them?" The bank representative explains. A checking account is designed for everyday expenses, debit card purchases, and bill payments, while a savings account earns interest and is best for money you don't need immediately, like an emergency fund or future goals. Having understood the distinction, you decide, "I'd like to open a checking account for my daily expenses." Now, the crucial next step, preparation. You ask, "What documents do I need to open the account?" The representative lists them. We'll need a valid government-issued ID, like a passport or driver's license, proof of address such as a utility bill, and your social security number or tax identification number.
Right. This exchange immediately highlights the critical importance of being prepared. Having these documents ready can significantly expedite the entire process. The customer confirms they have all the documents, then asks another absolutely vital question that many people overlook. Is there a minimum deposit required to open this account, and are there any monthly fees?
Yes. The fee question.
Crucial. The bank representative responds, yes, there's a $25 minimum initial deposit. And for our basic checking, there's a $10 monthly service fee, but it's waived if you maintain a $500 minimum daily balance or set up a recurring direct deposit of $250 or more. This detail about fee waivers is crucial and can save you hundreds of dollars a year.
Absolutely. It's all about gaining clarity before you sign anything. The savvy customer in this scenario also asks about ATM access. The bank representative replies, "You'll have free access to all of our ATMs nationwide. Plus, we'll reimburse you up to $15 monthly for fees charged by other bank ATMs." That's a fantastic perk that could be a deciding factor for some.
Good to know.
Definitely. Satisfied? The customer says, "That sounds perfect. Can I open it today?" The bank confirms, "Yes, we can get the paperwork started right now. We'll also set you up with online banking and our mobile app." Another important inquiry. How long before I can use the account and get my debit card? The representative clarifies, "Your debit card should arrive by mail in 7 to 10 business days, but we can issue you temporary checks immediately if you need to access funds sooner."
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this scenario powerfully illustrates the critical role of due diligence on the customer's part. It's not enough to simply open an account. It's about opening the right account for your specific needs. And crucially, fully understanding all the associated terms and conditions, especially regarding fees, potential waivers, and accessibility to your funds. This raises an important question. How often do people rush through this process, perhaps intimidated by the language barrier, and miss these critical details only to discover unwelcome surprises later?
It happens all the time, I bet.
It does. The key, as the scenario so aptly demonstrates, is asking clear, targeted questions about what you need and thoroughly understanding the terms before signing anything. It transforms a passive acceptance into an active, informed decision.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Solving account problems.
Yeah.
This scenario brilliantly showcases how a potentially high-stress situation, a blocked card, can be resolved quickly and smoothly with clear, confident communication from your side. Imagine you walk up to the customer service desk feeling a knot of anxiety and say, "I'm having trouble with my ATM card. It's not working and I can't access my money." The representative immediately asks for your ID and account number to look into the issue. You then provide a clear, concise explanation. "The card worked fine yesterday, but today it just says transaction declined at the grocery store. I don't understand why."
Okay, so the bank representative, after reviewing your account, quickly identifies the underlying issue. Your account was flagged for unusual activity when you made purchases in 2 different cities yesterday. This is a security feature. This response highlights a common bank security protocol designed to protect your funds. The customer then provides the crucial piece of information that immediately clarifies the situation and resolves the block, saying, "Oh, that makes sense now. I was traveling for work yesterday. That's why I made purchases in different cities. Is that why it's blocked?" This demonstrates the power of clear, proactive explanation from the customer side.
Exactly. The bank representative confirms. Exactly. It's a security feature designed to protect your account from potential fraud. I can remove the block right now and make a note about your travel plans for future reference.
Right.
This is a huge relief for the customer. You then ask, will it work immediately? And are told, yes, it should work within the next few minutes. Try it at the ATM in our lobby to confirm.
Good. And then comes the advice.
Right. Crucially, the bank then offers invaluable proactive advice for preventing similar issues in the future. For future travel, you can easily notify us of your travel plans. You can call us, or even more conveniently, use the travel notifications feature within our mobile app. The customer, perhaps unaware of this feature, asks for a demonstration, and the representative patiently shows them how to use it in the app, preventing future disruptions.
What's truly fascinating here is the emphasis on balancing robust security measures with user convenience. Banks want to protect your money, but they also want you to have seamless, uninterrupted access. This scenario also powerfully underscores the importance of the bank's role in proactive account protection and the customer's role in providing necessary context. This raises an important question. How can you, as a customer, proactively leverage the digital tools and establish communication channels provided by your bank, such as travel notifications, setting up account alerts for large transactions, or keeping the customer service number handy to not only prevent future disruptions, but also maintain constant awareness and control over your account activity?
It's about being proactive, isn't it?
Completely. As the source notes, explaining the situation clearly, calmly, and providing context helps resolve problems far faster because banks simply need the right information to verify and act.
This scenario is absolutely fantastic because it puts you, the listener, right in the driver's seat. It's an interactive practice where you speak as the confident, prepared business owner seeking a loan. This isn't just about vocabulary, it's about projecting professionalism and competence. The bank representative greets you saying, "Good morning, how may I help you today?" And your confident response, as prompted and expertly modeled by the source, would be, "Good morning, yes, I'd like to apply for a small business loan to expand my business." This immediately sets a professional and direct tone.
Good start. This immediately establishes the professional intent. The bank representative then follows up by asking, "Excellent. What type of business do you own, and specifically, what would you use this loan for?" And your confident, prepared answer, straight from the source's guidance, is, "I own a small independent restaurant, and I need funds to expand the business, specifically to open a second location and upgrade equipment at the current one." This establishes a clear, specific purpose for the loan, which is a critical first step for any financial institution evaluating risk.
Right. And then the vital question. How much are you looking to borrow and over what period? And you, the thoroughly prepared business owner, would state clearly, "I'm looking for approximately $50,000 and I'd like to repay it over 5 years. That's specific, clear, and provides a precise financial target. The bank then asks about supporting documents. What financial documents do you have with you today to support your application? And because you've prepared, you're ready. I have my business tax returns from the last 3 years, recent bank statements for the past 12 months, and a comprehensive business plan outlining my expansion strategy. This level of readiness instantly builds trust and shows you're serious.
Definitely shows preparedness.
They'll also typically ask about your current financial health. What is your current annual revenue and what is your profit history? And you can confidently respond. Our annual revenue is approximately $100,000, and we've been consistently profitable for the last 2 years, demonstrating strong growth.
This level of detail and proactive preparation is precisely what a bank looks for when assessing a loan application. It demonstrates the business's viability, your understanding of its financial health, and your capability as a borrower. The bank then inquires about collateral, asking, "Do you have any collateral you can offer to secure the loan?" And you'd respond, "Yes, I can offer my restaurant equipment as collateral, including our commercial ovens and refrigeration units." This is a tangible asset that helps mitigate the bank's risk and strengthens your application.
Solid collateral.
Finally, the bank asks, "Do you have any questions about our loan terms or the application process?" And you, the savvy business owner demonstrating your understanding and proactive approach, ask, "Yes. What's the current interest rate for a loan of this type, and what's the typical repayment period you offer?"
That's the absolute key question right there. It shows you're focused on the bottom line. The bank responds, "Our current annual percentage rate, or APR, for qualified small businesses like yours is 6.5%. And we typically offer terms ranging from 3 to 7 years, depending on the loan amount and your business's financial profile." This gives you concrete numbers and options to work with.
Crucial information.
And your confident final words, perfectly demonstrating your professionalism. That sounds reasonable. What's the next step in the application process, and what's your typical decision time frame? To which the bank says, "We'll review all your documents, and you should hear back from us with a decision or a request for additional information within 48 business hours." You then conclude with, "Thank you so much for your time and guidance. I appreciate your assistance and look forward to hearing from you soon." Very professional closing.
Absolutely. If we connect it to the bigger picture, this entire interaction is not just a scenario. It's a masterclass in professional financial negotiation and proactive engagement. It perfectly illustrates what the source refers to as the universal business banking formula. Clear purpose, articulated with specific numbers, backed by proper documentation, followed by intelligent, targeted questions, and concluding with professional follow-up. This raises an important question. How does such thorough preparation, coupled with the ability to articulate your needs clearly in English, translate directly into a significantly higher likelihood of achieving your financial goals, whether it's securing a loan, negotiating terms, or any other complex financial transaction?
It's huge. Preparation is key.
It's about empowering yourself through clarity, readiness, and confident communication.
Okay, before we wrap up this incredibly informative deep dive, there's one more skill that every confident English speaker needs to master in the banking world, and frankly, in life in general. Knowing precisely when and how to ask for more time before making any significant financial decision. The source emphasizes that truly professional banking relationships are built on mutual respect and transparent communication. You, as the customer, have an absolute right to understand everything completely and to take ample time for your decisions, especially when they involve your money. This isn't just about English fluency. It's about financial assertiveness and intelligent, deliberate decision-making.
What's truly fascinating here is that this isn't merely a polite deferral. It's a profound strategic move that fundamentally empowers the individual. Financial decisions, especially those involving loans, complex investments, new accounts with intricate terms, or even insurance products, often have long-term and significant implications. Rushing into them without full comprehension, without adequate reflection, or even without consultation with trusted family members or a financial advisor can lead to substantial regret, unforeseen costs, or missed opportunities for better alternatives. This raises an important question. In a world that constantly pushes for instant decisions, immediate gratification, and quick signups, why is the ability to pause, to genuinely take a strategic step back and gather your thoughts more important than ever for your long-term financial well-being and peace of mind?
Exactly. It shows you're thoughtful, methodical, and truly in control of your financial destiny, rather than being swayed by pressure. And the source provides some excellent professional phrases you can use when you need a moment to think it through without sounding rude or dismissive.
Practical phrases are always helpful.
Yeah, like imagine confidently saying, I appreciate all this information, and I'd like to review these details at home before making a decision. This gives you space to process. Or, could you please email me all the details and terms so I can compare my options? This empowers you to do your own research without feeling pressured on the spot. If it's a big family decision, you can state, this is a significant financial decision, and I prefer to discuss it with my family first. This is a perfectly valid and professional reason for a delay.
Totally reasonable.
To clarify the timeline for a decision, what's the deadline for making this decision or for this offer, is perfect. And the ultimate polite but firm deferral, one that maintains a good relationship while protecting your interests. I appreciate the offer and your time, but I'm not ready to decide today. I'll get back to you once I've had time to consider it fully. Okay. These phrases not only give you time and control, but also signal to the bank that you are a discerning and informed customer, fostering a more respectful relationship.
These phrases are invaluable because they allow you to maintain your agency and autonomy in the conversation. They actively prevent you from being swept along by persuasive sales pitches, complex explanations that you might not fully grasp in the moment, or simply the desire to be polite. Taking that crucial time enables you to thoroughly compare terms across different institutions, meticulously calculate potential long-term impacts, and ultimately ensure that the decision aligns perfectly with your long-term financial goals, rather than simply reacting to immediate pressure or superficial understanding. It's about informed consent in its most practical and empowering form.
Informed consent. I like that framing. Hashtag tied outro. Oh, wow. We've taken a truly comprehensive and detailed deep dive today, haven't we? From those initial New Start phrases essential for confidently opening an account, to mastering the nuances of navigating complex scenarios like resolving a blocked card issue, and even approaching a sophisticated business loan conversation. You now have a complete, actionable system for truly mastering banking in English.
It feels like a solid toolkit.
It really does. It's about so much more than just a cumulative vocabulary. It's about empowering your financial independence and security in the real world. You are now equipped for everything from understanding the fine print on everyday transactions to confidently executing international transfers and adeptly problem-solving any banking challenge that comes your way. This deep dive has truly given you the tools to take control.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the profound ability to clearly articulate your financial needs, to ask truly informed questions, and to genuinely understand complex financial terms isn't just about managing money more effectively. It's about unlocking broader opportunities in your life, significantly reducing stress, and fostering a deep sense of self-reliance and confidence.
Self-reliance, that's key.
Absolutely. This raises an important question. Beyond the bank, where else in your life could this newfound confidence in clear, informed, and assertive communication make a transformative difference? Perhaps in negotiating a lease or a contract, advocating for yourself more effectively in a professional setting, confidently discussing a major purchase, or even making other significant life decisions where understanding and articulating complex details are paramount.
That's a really good point.
The powerful communication skills you've honed today extend far beyond the teller's window, impacting every sphere of your life.
That's a powerful thought to leave you with. This deep dive has genuinely given you the tools to take control of your financial English, and by extension, your financial future. So go make it happen and keep learning and growing that financial confidence.